Hi, welcome back to our West Bromwich Albion career mode on the PlayStation 5. We're now on episode 4 already, so it's going quite well. Just a look at our schedule. We have got Liverpool in this episode. It's going to be a very tough game. But first up, possibly, or arguably, an even tougher game, Manchester City. So yeah, this is going to be a real test of the boys in this game. But you know, as I said, as I've kept saying, this season the sliders are a little inconsistent. But anyway, got the pre-game press conference. We were bringing up the boys before the match. And yeah, we are going to be at home here, although I don't really think home advantage is a thing, except when you're simulating games in FIFA. But yeah, we're going for Sam Johnson in goal, but we've got Higazi and Ivanovic as our centre-back partnership. Benfica were moaning about Krovinovic's appearances, so we've started to have it Cam, the usual rest of the team. City have got Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Ake, and new signing Jose Gaya. Also Axel Witsel joining them too. And Ciro Immobile, what a side. They've been busy in the summer. Harvey Barnes on the bench too, man. This would be a real test. But here we go, just only 12 minutes in and we're already in the attack. Nketiah does really well, runs down the right, fake shot and back into Grant. The partnership of dreams. And Carling Grant grabs his 7th goal in the Prem. Not a bad start for him, I must say. And I think if Eddie Nketiah keeps this up, we will be signing him in a permanent. I think it's only 12 million, and he's been absolutely insane so far. But Ciro Immobile would peg one back for the citizens, making it 1-0, not even 20 minutes in. And as you can see there in the top left, Brian Mbeumo has picked up a knock. Nasty. Hopefully he's not out for too long. But anyway, here we go, Diangana coming down the left, crosses one in, and who's there? Carling Grant, scoring what you could maybe call a Di Canio volley. Don't know if it's quite the same when it's a 1-on-1, but I suppose you could, in theory, call it that. He grabs his 8th goal of the league season. And I'm going to ring off Brian Mbeumo for Kirill Despidov. Don't want him to aggravate that injury anymore. But here we were on the attack again, 65 minutes. Eddie Nketiah slams it home. No chance for Ederson there. Just absolutely smacked it. We go 3-1 up. Yeah, this is a very good result. Nketiah gets his 4th goal of the league season. And here we were again. Kirill Despidov rolled down the right, plays in Nketiah. Good touch, smacks it into the top left-hand corner. Brilliant cross from Despidov, that seems to be his specialty. And a brilliant finish from Nketiah as we go 4-1 up. But like I said, sliders are a bit iffy, especially at the start of the season. But they would pull one back. Just a consolation goal, but still. It did kind of unnerve me a bit. Riyad Mahrez with a brilliant dribble into the area, puts it home, top left hand corner. And in the 85th minute, Witsel would play it back to Aguero, who literally just ran through our defence. Somehow they got a free kick advantage for that. Good ball into Witsel. Johnston really should do better with that, I think. And they make it 4-3, but it would just be a consolation goal and we would get the win. Yeah, they had 11 shots, so I do, just know that I do fix the sliders. We don't win every game, really. I don't know when, it's like maybe December. I fix it, yeah, I record these in advance. I need to start voiceovering them, or whatever you call it, at the time after I render the video, so it's actually fresh in my mind. I remember most aspects, but there's some bits it would be nicer just to remember, like who's playing well and all that. But as you can see, Branislav Ivanovic has got wage demands, and I was going to consider renewing his contract. But I mean, He's 36 years old, his contract's out in 9 months. And I wasn't really sure, so I left it. We don't need him. He's not going to play, he barely plays even now, and he's going to play even less next season. He's on the decline. He's going down at a relatively fast pace. And yeah, by next season he's going to be what? Even though he's, I believe, highest rated centre half just now, next season he won't even be highest in rating. He'll probably be benched. Rating wise too, I mean he's already in the reserves. But you know what I mean. Anyway, Crystal Palace away from home in the second game of today's episode. They've got a good side. Benteke at centre mid, yes, makes sense, with James McCarthy on the wing. Some great tactical decisions, almost on par with putting Harry Kane on corners. Well and Roy Hodgson, we love you. Anyway, we had Matt Phillips starting on the right hand side due to Brian Mbeumo's knock in the last game. Wortley and Catterbach getting a start too, with Matthias Pereira back in the side at Cam. And early on, what a block from Darnell Furlong. I think that was Jordan Ayew who should have put them 1-0 up. And then once again, Semi Ayaji, who's been, apart from our two strikers, our best player in the side, I'd say, alongside Matthias Pereira, who, speak of the devil, rolls through Carlin Grant, who chips Wayne Hennessy, puts us 1-0 up at Selhurst Park. I forgot the name of the stadium there for a second. He grabs his 9th goal, already almost in double figures, which is a successful season anyway for a West Brom striker. And here he was again, rolled through by Pereira, even easier this time, just smacks it into the bottom left hand corner, and we go 2-0 up. Palace just didn't look like came back into this game after their 2 chances early on, which were, well, a lovely block and then an incredible tackle, but they started to pick up the pace after we scored that second. And what a ball! That Batshuayi and Jordan Ayew, what the reflexes to get in possession that fast. I mean, yeah, it is ultimate, so he's got like 99 in it, whatever, but still, man, it's mental. And anyway, they would, even after grabbing the goal back, we would go and grab a third. It was a bit scuffed, wasn't it? Carlin Grant. Yeah, the fake shot didn't go to plan, but still goes in the net. Actually turned at 90 degrees, but still managed to put it past Hennessy. Grabs a hat-trick. I believe that's our first of the season, isn't it? I think, unless Grant... Did Grant score a hat-trick against... No, he didn't. But anyway, they grabbed one back in the 89th minute. And it 3-2 was the scoreline, but they ran out of time. Connor Wickham's goal, merely a consolation. And that's how the game would finish. We fully deserved that win, unlike the Man City one. We were on top for almost the whole game. They only had little spells where they were in control. Carlin Grant grabs what I believe is our first hat-trick of the season, and in my reign as Baggy's manager. So yeah, good win, good start to the episode. 4-3 and 3-2, full of goals. Yeah, I know it's really easy to score in this year's FIFA, like AI2, you end up with like 4 rolls all the time and all that. But anyway, our youth scouts did come back. We can't afford to send out the third one because we spent all our money on Kirill Despidov. Well, all our remaining money. He only cost like 2 million. But yeah, anyway, we're running very low, and as you can see, we don't have the financial muscle to sign some of these players from our scouting report, which is not great. So yeah, we're going to scout those 2 further. And for England, yeah, we have no money. That's not looking good, is it? So we're going to have to try and scout them further and hope that we get some, well, a good amount of money in the January transfer window, or else we are screwed. But anyway, looking at the report, we're going to change Ian Wilkie his development plan. I just lost my train of thought for a minute. Yeah, bring Oliver Beattie back to a winger. Jesse Small, gonna change up into an attacking midfielder. I think that is. Riley Finlay looks quite good. We'll make him into an attacking midfielder. And our lad Jackson Woodward, still only 15, 64 overall. Our best youth prospect so far, without a doubt. And I think I'm going to try, if he turns 16 before the January window, I'm going to try loan out him and Stanley Cole. At least until the end of the season, hopefully longer, so their development can further. Anyway, third game of today's episode, at home to the champions Liverpool FC at the Hawthorns. So Sam Johnston starts in goals. A regular back four, really, you could say now, because Guardiola and Bartley are both in and out of the team. But yeah, it's mostly regular. Of course, Mbuebo's still down, so Despodov grabbing the start on the right hand side. Liverpool, yeah, one of the best teams in the world. Their regular back four, I suppose, depends if you're a fan of Joe Gomez or not. No Jota, he's on the bench. Bobby Firmino starting. Presnel Kimpembe on the bench for some reason. Although I suppose Joel Matip's not bad. I mean, I would say he's good. He's quite underrated. If I'm being honest, nobody really seems to give him the attention he deserves. But anyway, look at this. Connor Townsend. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just kind of angry at Liverpool. Their playstyle was just annoying. I just went and properly two-footed that guy. Anyway, Samuel hits the post, surprisingly. Went the right way, but I suppose if that was like an inch to the left, we wouldn't have made it. We'd have been buried. But they was going the lead anyway. Bobby Firmino played through, and it was an easy finish past Sam Johnston for his 5th goal in the Premier League. And here they would come again, 40 minutes. Yeah, our defence was holes all over the place. And Mohamed Salah gave them their 2nd before half time. Wait, it wasn't Salah? Oh, that was Genie Wijnaldum. I swear that said Salah on the wee name thing. Yeah, I must not have been looking. And anyway, we get tackled here again. Their pressing was relentless. This happens every time. It's Liverpool and Man United. They press you so much. You can't play out from the back, but and I know this, but I just don't listen to myself. I always get caught. So anyway, 3-0 down, 10 minutes after the restart, and this was really our best chance of the game. Ketia played through his skies. It looked like Alisson had it anyway. And 75 minutes on the clock. Salah did well to keep it in, and Genie Wijnaldum smacks it into the roof of the net. West Bromwich Albion now Liverpool 4. 2 of these goals came from me passing around the back. Goal number 2 and 3. And you look at that, man. 12 shots. Like, they were constantly on top of us. We couldn't get a look in it. We couldn't get out of our box. I mean, I'd say maybe 10% of the game, in my opinion, was spent in their half. You can see Sam Johnston getting man the match. That's a sign. Why did I leave Gibbs out? Because he's 3rd choice. Thank you very much. Same with Matt Phillips. I always get these questions. I mean, I don't care really. But anyway, yeah, kind of a bad loss, wasn't it? But we move. Brian Mbuebo has returned from injury. That's promising, and Riley Finlay goes up by 2 overall, now up to 59 as he changes to an attacking midfielder. Jesse Small will stay the same. But yeah, he looks quite good too, but Riley Finlay, Jackson Woodward I think are the best, off the top of my head, the best prospects in our academy. Can't think of anyone really better, except Stanley Cole, maybe better than Finlay, but he's already in the senior team. Anyway, next game up, Southampton at St Mary's. They've got a good team, I would say that. Probably better than ours. Doing very well in the league actually. I'm a fan of Southampton. I do like it when they win. You know, it's like they're a good team to root for. I do like them. I think they did a good job sticking with Hasenhüttl, even after the embarrassment that we won't talk about, where they made Ayoze Perez look like prime R9, or whoever you think is incredible. Yeah. But anyway, they almost scored here. I say almost scored, they did score. Yeah, this was poor. Defenders got ripped apart, played back, and, well, why was Sam Johnston's on the other side of the goal? I mean, move your feet, lad. Move your feet. They got played through here again. Stuart Armstrong back to Michael Obafemi, it was a very similar goal. I suppose I can't really blame Stan Johnston for this one. He has been very solid. He could have maybe done better with the first, but that second one he wasn't saving. Just a complete sweaty across goal. And with 5 minutes on the clock, Sawyers plays Nketiah to Carling Grant, but the snapshot goes wide, and we lose 2-0 to the Saints. I mean, we had all the ball, we just didn't create enough chances. Only one really good one there was Grant, and I mean, you look at that, that's not a clear-cut chance in any way. I mean, he could score it, he could have done better, certainly, yeah, but that's not a granted goal at all. So yeah, disappointing to lose there, but I felt like Southampton thoroughly deserved that win. I mean, they're a good team, you know, although their goals were a bit Ultimate Team-esque. You know, I don't care, man. It's career mode. It's chill. It's fun, you know. It's like for people on weed. I mean, it's like you've got your normal, stressed out, what's it like normal life, and you're just like chill. Career mode. Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Anyway, I believe this is our 5th and final game of today's episode. Going with the, I believe, the regular team at home to Newcastle, who have Mark Gillespie in goal. I don't know how they've managed to sign Dagenham Gene, and they've made some good signings, I would say. That Lazar guy's decent, I think, and Vilka, who I don't know what centre mid, but I mean, he's played for Newcastle, must be an absolute god. And yeah, you see there, Federico Fernandez probably made the tackle of his life, and yeah, we should have put that away. I mean, I cannot blame Colin Grant in any way. That was ridiculous from Fernandez, man. That's one of the highlights of his career, I bet. And Dwight Gale just walked up the pitch at the error mark. We didn't really do it himself, but he just ran up and scored. And we would lose 1-0. I mean, this was quite a boring game, to be honest. Not much happened at all. I mean, yeah, Federico Fernandez, he had a good game. Apart from that tackle as well, he was very good, I thought. Their 5 at the back was just torture to keep out. Then Miguel Almiron on whenever they got, it was a very boring game, but I mean, whenever they got forward, he could just run rings around us. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. As you can see, Carling Grant on the top of the table for top scorers. Obviously, there is no team named Carling Grant, and yeah, once I take my sweet time scrolling down this list and go to assists, you can see Eddie Nketiah, number 5 there, 5 assists. He's doing very well too. Yeah. It does take me a while to scroll down. Carling Grant on 3-2. And so that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And bye.